Friends, thank you for being here today. Let me ask you something. Have you been feeling a quiet nudge lately, like something is trying to reach you, but you can't quite explain what it is? And more importantly, have you noticed subtle signs, repeating numbers, vivid dreams, or a strange pull in your chest that whispers something is coming? If the answer is yes, then I need you to listen closely, because what I'm about to share isn't random. It's a message coded not in words, but in energy. And it's coming for those who are awake enough to feel it and brave enough to follow it. Pisces, something rare and deeply mystical is stirring between the 22nd and 24th of November. These 3 days are not just dates on a calendar, they are a sacred gateway. A cosmic ripple moving quietly through the waters of your soul. And if you've been carrying questions about money, love, health, or your destiny, then these may be the very answers you didn't know you were waiting for. During this window, 3 rare alignments are unfolding, each unlocking a specific chamber within your life. One will whisper to your finances, not with flash or noise, but with clarity and divine timing. Another will touch your heart in a way that feels strangely familiar, like remembering a language you never learned but somehow still speak. And the last one, it won't show up on the outside. It will rise within you, an ancient knowing, a spark of self you buried long ago, now returning with purpose. This isn't just astrology. This is soul mapping. You see, Pisces is the last sign of the Zodiac, but that doesn't mean the end. It means transcendence. Pisces holds the wisdom of all signs that came before, making you one of the most intuitive, spiritually sensitive beings in this cosmic cycle. So when the universe speaks to Pisces, it speaks in symbols, dreams, emotional waves, and synchronicities so profound they echo like déjà vu. And right now it's speaking louder than it has in months. So let me be clear, this video is not for the curious. It's for the chosen. For the ones who felt too much, waited too long, and are finally ready to claim the blessings that were always meant for them. Because the truth is, the jackpot you're chasing, the love you've been praying for, the clarity you've begged the stars to send, it's not in some faraway place. It's already circling you. But you have to be open enough, still enough, and ready enough to receive it. If you're here, you're already halfway there. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable. Let this be your sacred pause. You're not just watching a video. You're stepping into a portal. And if you stay with me until the very end, I'll reveal one very specific number 1 that will act as your personal activation code for this 3-day energy wave. But before we begin, I want to hear from you. What's one thing your soul has been quietly craving, even if you haven't said it out loud? Write it in the comments with this affirmation: I am ready to receive the blessings of November 22nd to 24th. When you write it, you don't just declare it, you anchor it into the energy field. That's how we activate the frequency together. Are you ready to find out what secret your sign has been holding all along? November 22nd, the soul's quiet resurrection begins. It doesn't arrive like thunder, Pisces. It doesn't knock on your door with flashing lights or dramatic signs. Instead, it slips in like a hush between heartbeats, like the space between waves where everything is still and yet everything is shifting. Today, your ruling planet Neptune, the cosmic dreamweaver, forms a sacred alliance with Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth. This is not an ordinary day. This is not surface-level energy. This is the moment the tide begins to turn inside of you. You might not see it with your eyes, but you'll feel it. A gentle ache in your chest. A sudden tear that comes out of nowhere. A strange quiet that wraps itself around you like silk and silence. This is not sadness, dear Pisces. This is the grief of transformation, the shedding of a version of you that no longer fits your destiny. On this day, the moon is also in Pisces. That's no coincidence. That's divine design. This means your intuition is at its peak. Your emotional body becomes a tuning fork for the whispers of the universe. The veil is thinner now. Your dreams may feel more vivid. Your memories may come rushing back. Your body may feel tender and open, like a wound that's finally healing. Let it. Let yourself feel it all. Because this is the first of 3 waves, and it is here to cleanse. The tarot confirms this, the moon and death. The moon represents illusion shadow, the parts of your psyche that have been hidden, not because you're weak, but because you were protecting yourself. The death card isn't about endings, but liberation. It marks the falling away of what's false so that what's true can rise. And what's rising in you, Pisces, is something you once buried to survive. Maybe you once believed your softness was a weakness. Maybe someone once made you feel too emotional, too intuitive, too dreamy. So you hardened. You shrank. You stopped trusting what your body knew before your mind could explain it. But today, the universe handing you a key, quietly, symbolically. It's saying you no longer need to be anyone else to be safe. You are safe in your truth. This wave is not asking you to perform. It's asking you to remember, and in remembering to release. So here is what I invite you to do. Find a quiet space. Light a candle not for beauty, but for presence. Hold a pen. And write a letter to the version of you who kept going, even when no one saw them. The version who loved silently, who sacrificed, who doubted, who dreamed quietly, but never stopped hoping. Say thank you. Say goodbye. And when you're ready, burn it. Watch the smoke rise, not as loss but as return. Because with every ash you're making space for something ancient to come home to you. This is soul composting. And it's sacred. You can also find an object, a small crystal, a ring, a pendant, even a seashell that you will carry for the next 3 days. Let this be your anchor, a container for the new frequency you are calling in. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. Pisces, this energy may feel subtle, but it is not small. You're not just cleansing. You're recoding. The frequency of your thoughts, your body, your field is changing. This is the work no one sees, but it's the most important work of all. And here's what's even more mystical. This day is ruled by the number 8 in numerology. 8 is the number of karmic balance. It whispers of rewards long overdue, of harvests finally ripening. But to claim it, you must let go of the story that says it's too late. I've missed it. I'm not worthy. You haven't. You didn't. You are. Today, say this aloud. I welcome the return of my soul. I release the mask. I receive what was always mine. Let your voice be the vibration that cracks the shell. And if you're still watching, that means you're ready. You didn't just stumble here. You were pulled. Because Piss is the reason your path has felt so slow, so quiet, so lonely at times, is because the universe was preparing you to carry something vast, something delicate, something divine. You don't plant rare seeds in crowded places. You bury them deep. You protect them. And only when the time is right do you allow them to bloom. November 22nd is not a day of noise. It's a day of depth. A soft yes whispered into the dark. A sacred opening. And if you listen, not with your ears, but with your intuition, you'll hear it. It's time. So don't rush. Don't force. Just be here. Be here as the first wave arrives. As the fog begins to lift. As the old self gently steps aside, not with fear, but with reverence. Because what's coming next is the heart you buried, and the light it still remembers. November 23rd, where memories return before you remember. There's something strange in the air today, Pisces. A quiet pull towards something you can't name. A soft ache, like your soul is homesick, but not for a place. For someone. And if you feel it, don't question it. Because this is the day when Venus, the planet of love and beauty, aligns with the South Node in Libra, the karmic thread of our past lives. It's not just astrology, it's an energetic reunion, a doorway opening between timelines. And walking through it might be someone your soul has known before. You may pass them on the street and feel your breath catch. You may hear their voice and feel your entire body pause. It's not lust. It's not logic. It's recognition. Like two stars colliding after lifetimes apart. And what makes today even more tender is the moon trining Jupiter. This emotional harmony expands everything it touches: your ability to receive love, your willingness to be seen, your longing to feel understood at the deepest level. This isn't about romance, though it could be. This is soul-level connection, the kind that slips past your walls before you even notice they were up. This person might be new to your life, but ancient to your spirit. Or maybe it's someone you already know, but suddenly a softness rises, a memory stirs, and you feel it in your chest, like a forgotten name being whispered back to you. The tarot confirms this beautifully: 6 of Cups and 2 of Cups. These are not casual cards. These are archetypes of reunion, of past life love, of sacred mirrors. The 6 of Cups brings nostalgia not just from this life, but from other timelines, other versions of you. The 2 of Cups is the mutual I see you that doesn't need words. And here's the truth that might scare you a little: this connection may not make sense. And it doesn't have to. It's not here to fit your checklist. It's here to open your heart. Because Pisces, you have a tendency to give deeply but hide behind dreamlike boundaries. You feel everything but often speak so little. And the universe knows that, which is why today it's sending you someone who speaks your soul's native language. And it might break you open in the most beautiful way. So, what do you do with this energy first? Don't run. Let yourself soften. Let yourself feel. Tonight, I invite you to perform a ritual of remembrance. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted. Sit or lie down. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Begin to call forward memories, not just from this life, but from the emotional field your soul has traveled through. You don't need to force it. Just Let images, sensations, or emotions rise. You may see a face, hear a name, feel a longing. Let it come. This is called soul remembering, and it's not imagination. It's intuition. Your heart is trying to show you something it already knows. Afterward, take a piece of rose quartz, or if you don't have one, simply write the word love on a small slip of paper. Tuck it under your pillow before you sleep. Let it hold space for what's awakening. You see, this kind of connection isn't always easy. It stirs what's been buried. It calls back the version of you who was once brave enough to love without fear. And sometimes it hurts. But here's what I need you to understand, Pisces: you're not being punished. You're being remembered. This day, November 23rd, is ruled by the number 9, a number of release, of completions, of sacred surrender. It's the emotional bridge between who you were and who you're ready to become. This means, yes, some connections may come back today to be healed, but others may rise to be honored. Not to stay, but to be forgiven, to be freed. That ex you never fully got closure with. That friend who disappeared without explanation. That love that almost was. This is the day their memory may resurface, not to haunt you, but to offer peace. And maybe, just maybe, someone entirely new arrives. But when they do, you feel your chest stir. You hear a quiet voice inside say, "I know you." Because in another lifetime you did. So whether it's love closure or a sacred mirror, your only task today is presence. Don't try to label it. Don't rush to define it. Just let it move through you. And as the moon continues its gentle dance with Jupiter, let this affirmation guide you. I open my heart to the love that transcends time. I welcome the mirrors that help me remember who I am. Say it softly. Say it before you sleep. Say it even if you don't know who it's for. Because maybe they're whispering it too. Pisces, this isn't fantasy. This is divine timing. And it's unfolding exactly as it was written before your first breath, before your first heartbreak, before your first goodbye. And now, finally, it's circling back. So stay open, stay tender. And if tears come, let them. That's not weakness. That's the sound of your heart coming back online. And the most beautiful part, this is only wave 2. What waits on November 24th is nothing short of a soul rebirth. But for now, just breathe. Just feel. Just be here. Love is remembering you. November 24th, the soul stops performing and starts radiating. Pisces, after days of subtle shifts, of emotional unraveling and divine reunions, you have now reached the final wave, the highest vibration of this sacred passage. This isn't the beginning of something new, it's the return of something ancient, something you were born with, something that has waited in silence until you were ready. And now you are. Today, the full moon rises in Gemini, casting its light on the space between what you say and who you are. And as it reaches its luminous peak, the sun forms a soft soul, deep trine to Neptune, your cosmic guardian. This is alignment in its purest form. This is the moment of truth, but not the kind of truth you shout. This is the kind you remember. In stillness, in surrender, in a mirror with no mask left. You may wake up this morning with a strange clarity. You may realize that something you've been chasing, approval, perfection, permission, suddenly no longer matters. It's not that it was wrong. It's that it's no longer yours to carry. And as the light of this full moon filters through the windows of your soul, it doesn't ask for performance. It simply reveals the part of you that doesn't need validation to feel worthy. Reveals the voice within that says, I don't need to prove anything. I just need to be. This is not about becoming someone new. This is about removing the layers that made you forget who you already are. The tarot today speaks with mystical precision, the High Priestess and the Star. The High Priestess is the keeper of inner knowing. She does not speak to be understood, she listens, trusts, and embodies. She holds the sacred codes of your soul, the part of you that always knew, but was too quiet to scream. And the Star, she arrives only when the storm has passed. She brings peace not through answers, but through presence. Together they whisper a simple but powerful truth. You do not need to seek the light. You are the light. Pisces, you have spent much of your life absorbing the emotions of others, navigating in silence, floating between timelines, often hiding the fullness of your gifts to make others comfortable. But this full moon says no more. This is the day you come home. You may feel an urge to clear your space today physically or emotionally, to remove clothes that no longer reflect you, to end a dynamic that feels false, to speak a truth you've held for far too long. Follow it. This is your energetic detox, your final release. And more importantly, this is the day to look at yourself not as a role, a label, or a function, but as a living embodiment of divine truth. So, here is your ritual. It's simple, but it's holy. Stand in front of a mirror, not to fix your hair, not to adjust your posture, just to look. Look into your eyes and hold your gaze. Place your hand over your heart and say softly, slowly, I allow myself to return. I allow my light to be seen. I no longer need permission. Let the words vibrate in your chest. Say them as many times as you need to believe them. And when you do, and your body begins to lean into the truth of them, smile. Not for the mirror, but for yourself. Because Pisces, this isn't about anyone else anymore. Not today. Today is about you being witnessed by yourself. Wear something silver or pearl white today, whether it's clothing, jewelry, or even a scarf or stone tucked into your pocket. Let it symbolize your return to transparency, to softness, to radiance without explanation. Because that's what this final wave is teaching you. You don't have to try to be radiant. You already are. And here's the most magical part of this moment. The full moon in Gemini illuminates not just what you feel, but what you speak. And when the moon is this full, your words become spells. So, speak with clarity. Speak with love. Speak as if every sentence is planting a seed in your future. Because it is. You may feel pulled to write today. Do it. Journal what's rising. Draw what you feel. Record a voice note to your future self. Or simply say out loud, I remember who I am now. I won't forget again. And here's the numerological note. November 24th reduces to the number 1. A beginning. A spark. A divine initiation. Not into a path you must follow, but into a frequency you now embody. 1 is not a number of loneliness, it's a number of sovereignty. It says, I walk with myself, and I am enough. So today, don't rush to share this moment. Don't perform your healing. Just hold it. Hold it like a fragile flame in your palms. Protect it. Breathe into it. Let this final wave wash through you, not with noise, but with deep, unwavering peace. You've crossed something. You've stepped out of the fog, and you're no longer looking back. What follows now is not just manifestation. It's alignment. Wealth, love, purpose. These will come not because you chase them, but because you've become the version of you that they've been looking for. So rest, Pisces. Rest in the knowing that you've returned. And tomorrow the world will begin to meet you as you truly are. Pisces, if something inside you stirred as you listened, if you felt your chest tighten, your eyes water, or your breath slow down, that wasn't just emotion. That was your soul remembering its own light. That was a truth long buried beginning to rise. And no, it's not your imagination. The past 3 days, November 22nd through 24th, were never about making dramatic changes, proving yourself to the world, or becoming someone you're not. They were about one thing: coming home to who you've always been. Through the quiet healing of your inner world, through the echoes of past connections that awakened your heart, and through the final mirror that revealed your radiant self, this journey was about restoration, not reinvention. And if you made it this far, Pisces, then you've already taken the most important step. You showed up. You listened. You softened. And you chose to stay. That is no small thing. In a world that constantly asks us to be louder, stronger, more productive, you chose to be present. And that is the most powerful rebellion there is. The lessons of these 3 days are simple but profound. Trust your inner knowing even when it doesn't make sense. Honor your feelings even when they're inconvenient. Let go of who you're not so you can fully embody who you are. You don't need to wait for external permission to shine. You don't need to perform worthiness to be loved. And you absolutely don't need to earn your place in this world. You already belong. And now it's time to live like it. So I invite you, if this message resonated, if even a single moment touched your soul, affirm it. Ground it. Declare it. Right now in the comments below, write, "I am ready to remember who I truly am, 22nd to 24th of November. Let it be a signal not just to this channel, but to the universe. Let it be your energetic contract. Because when you write it, you plant it. And what you plant in truth will always grow in abundance." If this video brought clarity, healing, or even just a little more peace to your day, I invite you to like it and share it with someone who might be quietly needing this message too. That one simple act of kindness could be the miracle someone else is praying for. And if you feel called to support this space and help spread this sacred energy even further, consider tapping the super thanks button below. Every act of support helps keep this channel thriving and allows this message of hope and alignment to reach more beautiful souls like you around the world. And trust me when I say this, we're just getting started. In the next video, we'll go even deeper into the energies of the upcoming December portal, how to navigate shifting timelines, and how to activate your abundance frequency before the year closes. You won't want to miss it. So be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that when the universe speaks next, you don't miss the whisper. Pisces, you are worthy of joy. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of a life that feels like home in every breath. You are not lost. You are arriving. So now I ask you, what do you want to explore next? What themes, questions, or soul journeys would you love to see us dive into together? Let me know in the comments below, because this space is for you, and your voice helps shape the journey ahead. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your trust. And above all, thank you for remembering who you truly are. Until next time, stay open, stay radiant, and never forget, you don't have to chase the light. You are the light. See you in the next video.